Hello, welcome back to my channel. So, before we get into the football, let me just give a small thank you here to Rosa for paying for these two here. Rosa, always in my chat and my watch-alongs. Big up to you. And thank you for paying. You might have noticed, Ranga is a bit small. We put him in the washing machine and he shrank a little bit. So originally he was about the same size as that Rimmeruk plushie. Yeah, he did shrink a bit, but it's fine. Let me just put that here. So as promised, they will be coming on in the 500 subscriber special, and they'll be in my background from now on. Anyhow, now let's get into football here. Thank you, Rosa, and let's talk about Man City. So, if you're not aware, Man City is currently only linked with attacking players. Omar Marmoush, who is a right-winger striker player, and then Dani Olmo. Etcheverry is coming into Man City. So Etcheverry, if you ask people who have watched him, which I have not personally watched him, but I've asked people, how does Etcheverry play? They say he's like an 8-10 hybrid, which is very similar to Foden. Foden is like an 8-10 hybrid as well. So I'm guessing he'll be rotating with Foden here. But these players don't solve any issues for Man City. Right? But okay, you get Marmoush here on the right. Sure, chill, you get a new winger. But how does that help defensively? Our problem is defending. Or is it? I'm about to go into a full tactical mode here. This is gonna be a bit amateurish, but let me explain a potential thought process that the club is having. Whether you agree with it or not, that is up to you. I personally still want a defensive midfielder. I want a DM, no matter what. But this may be the thought process of the club. So, Olmo comes in, or doesn't have to be Olmo, but an attacking midfielder comes in. De Bruyne plays 30 minutes, 60 minutes. Whoever comes in plays the other minutes. De Bruyne is more well rested. What does this create? De Bruyne and whoever his backup will be are gonna bring more output. Marmoush, more output from the wings. Savio on the left wing is creating more output. Foden, if we put him back in midfield, you need a midfield that can handle Foden losing the ball, because let's be honest, he will lose the ball. He will shoot from distance, he will chip balls in, he is gonna lose the ball. In an attempt to get goals, he is gonna lose the ball. So, if you have a midfield where Foden is allowed to lose the ball, you'll have Foden chipping in with more goals again. And then Haaland, of course, will still get his GA, and he will be more rested, so maybe his output will increase. And suddenly, you have a lot of output from the front. But I hear you say, Man City is still weak on the counter. Well, what if we play on the counter? What if we defend more? I'm not saying Jose Mourinho ball, by the way. That's not at all what I'm saying. But what if Man City sits back a little bit more, defends a little bit more, is a bit more solid, and just tries to get those goals directly. Get a ball into Marmoush, have him score. Get a ball into Savio, have him score. Get a ball into Haaland, have him score. Just direct football. If Man City plays this way, Man City will be able to defend more. Most of Man City's goals are on the counter. Or that we concede are on the counter. If you can minimize the amount of counters we concede, we're gonna concede a lot less goals. And if you simultaneously make sure we're, let's say, 3-0 up, we're gonna be holding onto the ball for a long portion of the game. We're gonna be having the ball in midfield. These players will be holding onto the ball here. These players, they'll hold onto the ball, we'll just be comfy, and we'll play the game out. This is a potential thought process here, and I know it may be crazy, but Kovacic is decent in that 6th role. He's not good enough to be a Rodri backup, but he is decent there. So if this is the thought process here, then I actually do understand why Man City might be trying to get more attackers. If your attack has more output than just Erling Haaland, then it means you will have to defend less. Because why do we have to defend so much? We can't get a goal unless it's Haaland and Savio recently. So unless it's one of them too, we're not scoring. Get some attackers in, get some goals. And if we do this, we will be able to sit more comfortably in our game. Lose the ball less trying to create goals. Just hold on to the ball. You're 3 goals up, hold on to the ball. You're playing defensively. Go on the counter, Marmoush, Haaland, Savio. All 3 of them are rapid. You create situations on the counter where you can score a goal. This will allow us to defend more, to defend more deeply, to concede a lot less counters. Which will improve our defense, I suppose. Not our defense, but it will decrease the amount of goals we concede. Now, let's assume, I know assuming makes an ass out of you and me, blah blah blah, but let's assume here that Pep Guardiola likes JSP enough to trust him into that pitch. Obviously, Ruben Diaz is coming back, John Stones is coming back, but JSP will have to play a role, I assume. So let's assume here, he trusts Yahmai. JSP is Yahmai Simpson Palsy, for anyone who doesn't know. If he is trusted, we can have Akanji playing on the right back. Now, do I want a right back centre back? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I want a right back centre back. I want a defensive midfielder. And I want a striker. That would be Marmoush if we do get him. But I don't think that... I think a lot of people are panicking because we're only going after attackers from what we see in the transfer window right now. One thing to consider is Man City could be signing right now a defensive midfielder, and there are simply no links about it yet because it's all being very well kept under the rug. Like, take for example Bernardo Silva signing. When Bernardo Silva signed, nobody knew it was happening. And then he was here. So, just because you don't see any news about it right now, I mean, attackers, they get more clicks, let's be honest. Children, they see an attacker, they are hyped. So, that's why the transfer news does more rounds as well. But if we only get in attackers, yeah, people think we're just gonna concede more and more goals. No, we will concede less goals. And here is a really good quote here. This is a short video. Let me end this video here on a Pep Guardiola quote. If your defense is poor, start with your attack. And if your attack is poor, start with your defense. That is a Pep Guardiola quote. I can't remember for the life of me where he... Actually, no, it's Jose Mourinho. You get the point. A great manager has said it. A great manager has said it. But, that ruined it. Okay, like and subscribe. If you haven't already. We're trying to get to 1,000. I'll leave it there. I ruined the ending of the video here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.